Hello and welcome to Monstrositeez. Today I will be making another book. I have already chosen what kind of scrapbooking paper I'm going to be using. As you can see, I already went ahead and traced the book size that I need for the inlay. And I did the exact same thing for both of the covers. The book is completely made out of recycled paper that I have just laying around in the house. And obviously, same thing with the scrapbook paper. You're going to want to cut these things out until you have 2 of each. Use a generous amount of glue from your glue stick all over the front of the cover and then place the inlay on top. And do this twice. Now we do the same thing for the cover. You use the glue stick and fill the center. Put your cardboard in the center and then press it down. After that, I like to glue the tabs and then the base where the tab is going to fold and then put them together. I find that they adhere faster than just on one side. And of course you're going to want to do this twice. And this is what they'll both look like. Very shiny. With pretty little fall leaves falling. Those are going to be my tops. Next we move on to folding your paper. In my case, I am using cardstock paper for my paper instead of printer paper, just because it is stronger and I just have them laying around. Once that is all folded up, you want to press it down on top of each other and then mark it with a pencil on where you would like to puncture your holes. Now take one of the covers that will be your back. Place the paper on top and then flip it over. Mark it with your pencils where the holes are going to be pushed through. Making sure it's all lined up and in the direction that you like. Then find a tool that's sharp enough on one side to pierce through the cardboard. In my case, I'm just using a random sculpting tool. Now for piercing the paper, all I'm using is a simple pin. You poke the holes where you left your pencil mark, and do that like 1,000 times. Now I'm showing the sewing process. This is me way later in on the sewing process, as you can see, as I am not starting from the very beginning. I have done that multiple times already from my last videos, so I'm just showing a different perspective. Same old, you just go through the hole, wrap through the first layer below it, and then back through the hole. Tie off the knot. Push back through the hole and put your other layer on. Push through the hole, cross out into the next one. Now back to the layer that we were just in, right under it, through and over, and back through the hole. I know it's a little hard to see, but I hope it makes sense more or less. Now I put the second cover on top. I've recently been not marking the top and bottom at the same time and poking through them at the same time, just because I find that for some reason they become a little uneven. So Right there, obviously, saw me lining up the current thread and then marking it with pencil and then piercing the cover. Now all I am doing is sewing on the cover. It's a little bit of a process, and I might not be doing it correctly, but this is how I've learned to kind of keep it together. All I'm doing is I'm piercing through the paper, going up, and then the paper and the cover will attach, but the paper will be free floating from the other paper. All I do to fix this is, so I pierce through, wrap and make a hoop, then go and do exactly what I've done before and go to the first layer of my last known page, wrap it like I have always done, and then go back through the hole, and that seems to hold it together. I know that's really hard to describe, but I hope that makes sense, because I don't really know how else to describe it. I hope the visuals are good enough for you to see. Especially here at the ending, it seems to show the process a little bit better of how I had done it for the rest of those. But I don't know. Alright, there it is done. I flip through the pages to show that it lays flat. I stamp the back so it's kind of even to the spine. Then I use tacky glue and then just go ahead and reinforce it by putting some glue on the threads themselves and then smearing it up and down with my finger. That seems to give it just that little bit of extra oomph, even though it doesn't really need it. Now it's on for the detailing. I decided to choose this little piece of paper, which is scrapbook paper, and I twisted it sideways so it has kind of line work on it. I thought it matched the book, and it looks okay. Now I am working on my envelope that I like to put inside of the books. I always use the same kind of paper that the inlay has, just so it kind of disappears a little bit. Then my handwritten note saying that it's handmade and made out of recycled paper. And then with that, the book is done. Here it is again, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Think about hitting that subscribe button, it'll really help our channel out. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit that bell icon, do the works. You know what to do. Thanks for watching. This is Monstrositeez saying bye bye!